Hey guys, so this exercise is called the banded terminal knee extension. So this exercise is really important to help strengthen the front of the thigh or your quad muscles. So the quad consists of 4 separate muscles: your rectus femoris, your vastus medialis, your vastus lateralis, and also your vastus intermedius. So the job of those muscles is to help extend the knee or straighten the knee and help lock it out and give you knee support so that your knee doesn't buckle or give out. So this exercise is a great knee pain relief exercise. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna have a band and then something to attach it to. So here we have the rig, essentially a big pole in your basement that's nice and sturdy, or some sort of furniture that doesn't move is perfect for this. You're gonna take that band, put your foot inside, and the band is gonna be right back behind the crease of the knee. You're gonna back away. The band is actually going to cause your knee to bend. What you're going to do is tighten your quad and try to straighten your knee. You're going to hold for a few seconds and then relax and repeat. What you should feel is the muscle in the front of your thigh, that quadricep muscle, working on overtime. You're going to do maybe 10 to 20 repetitions of this exercise. You should feel some soreness build up, but it shouldn't cause any knee pain. So it's a relatively low load exercise that does a great job of strengthening up the front of the knee. This exercise is called the Clam Shell. So the purpose of the Clam Shell exercise is to strengthen or load the lateral hip, specifically the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus. These muscles are often weak or underloaded or underused in people who have knee pain. So not only is this a great hip pain exercise, but it's also a really great knee pain exercise. So what we're gonna do for this is all you need to do is be able to get up onto the floor. You're gonna lay on your side. So if you have right knee pain, your right knee is gonna be on the top side. Your legs are gonna be stacked. So your feet and your knees are gonna be directly on top of each other. Keeping the hips forward, you're going to stay in this position and then bring your knees apart, keeping your heels together, just like that. And you're gonna repeat. What you don't wanna do, okay, is you don't wanna let your hips move backwards. And this would be a bad version of that, where the hips kind of shift backwards, because you're no longer loading the muscles that we're looking to load. So make sure those hips stay forward, you keep them there, and then you bring that knee away from the other knee, okay? You can repeat for 3 sets of 10. This exercise will tire out and fatigue the muscles of the lateral hip. You won't feel anything in your knee with this. So this exercise is called the Glute Bridge. This exercise is really important for strengthening up, you guessed it, the glutes, but also the hamstrings. So the glute and the hamstrings are referred to as our posterior chain. So having strong glutes and strong hamstrings are actually correlated to less knee pain. So that makes this a great exercise to help with knee pain relief, also hip pain, low back pain. So this exercise is kind of universal, and it helps strengthen key muscles and help give you relief in a number of different areas. But specifically, this is very, very good for knee pain relief. So all you have to do for this exercise is be able to get on the floor. So I'm gonna get on the mat here. You'll start out flat on your back. You're gonna bend your knees up to about a 45-degree angle with the floor. From here, you wanna make sure you squeeze your glutes first. So tighten your glutes and then lift up off the floor and come back down. So tighten the glutes, lift. Your goal is to get as parallel as you can with your knees and get your glutes as high up as possible. Repeat for 3 sets of 10 to 15. One common mistake that people make with this exercise is instead of squeezing their glutes, they pull and arch their back. So it will actually cause people to get back pain. And that will look like this. So instead of squeezing here and then lifting, they'll just arch and lift. And you can see my back ends up much more rounded here versus when I squeeze my glutes, everything stays a little bit more neutral. So make sure you don't make that mistake. 3 sets of 10 to 15 is a great place to start with these. These should not be painful on your knee whatsoever. This exercise is called the single leg RDL, or single leg rear deadlift. So the purpose of this exercise is to load the glutes and then also the hamstrings while maintaining balance during the movement. So because it challenges some of those different muscles, it's great for strengthening the hamstring, strengthening the glute, working on balance and proprioceptive awareness, but also stimulating some of the receptors within the knee joint. This helps to treat knee pain, hip pain, and low back pain. So it's a fantastic exercise, but technically it is kind of challenging. So I'm going to walk you through this movement. The first place to start is you're going to stagger your stance, still so you can keep your balance. You're going to want to arch your back, have a slight bend in your knee, and then you're going to hip hinge forward. Now what I mean by a hip hinge is your back doesn't round, your back stays straight, and all the movement comes at your hip, okay? So you're going to be in this position, you're going to hip hinge forward, keeping that back nice and tight. You'll feel tension in the back of the hamstring and in the glute. At that point, you're going to squeeze your glute and hamstring and come back up. One more time. So back straight, nice and locked. Slight bend in the knee, hinging at the hip, bending forward. You'll feel the tightness. Squeeze the glute and the hamstring, come back up. You should not do this exercise if you struggle with balance, okay? If you're older and you find that you're a little bit more unsteady, be careful with this. Make sure that you're holding onto a chair or some sort of object while you're doing this exercise or this movement. This is great for knee pain relief, hip pain relief, and low back pain relief, okay? So it's a great place to start. 3 sets of 8 to 10 is perfect for this exercise. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below.